Alright, we are back with Ultimate Marble Racing Season 3, Race 26. So close to the end of the season now. We're at Marble GP India, created by our very own Iceman99. This is a continuation from the previous one. For those on Twitch already know that. For those on YouTube, it is 2 races in one stream. So hence the slightly different intro again. I just realised I need to update the stream intro to stream title, I should say, to match. There we go. And see what's going on in the chat as well. If I missed anything while I was setting up the second race. You almost got the logic fixed, so good news for next time. Awesome. Welcome back. Iceman's been looking at the leaderboard and been doing some maths to see what is going on, it looks like. So Iceman currently first. In order to win the championship already in India, you must outscore Jimmy by 10, but not get outscored by Marnie. Not get outscored by higher than 8, but not get outscored by higher than 8 by Superboss. Long story short, only the top 4 can still win the championship. So there you go, you've heard it there. Only the top 4 can win the championship in these following 2 races. But have you worked out, is everyone still able to get top 3? Should force people to be on teams with multiple people next season. The teams are totally optional for who wants to join what, really. It's mainly down to the how you want your marble to look more than anything. You can sort of, it's a bit like racing teams in a sense. I know there's a bit of team strategy and stuff there, but it's mainly you race for the same colours. You have your own team chat. You can choose to work together a bit or not. No, not possible. Pesky Bird, Wurt and Demon can't finish in the top 3 anymore. Oof. Well, there you go. So currently the top 6 have a chance to still get some of the season prize and make it into the top 3. Boy says watch me. Boy is going to find a way. So yeah, current standings going into this one. Iceman leading with 505, Jimmy in second with 495, Marnie in third with 485, Superboss in fourth with 477, Cheese in fifth with 461, Azza in sixth with 456, Pesky Bird in 7th with 444, Boer in 8th with 442, and Demon in 9th with 435. So over to the track. Here we are. The long track that is Marble GP India. So, I'm not going to go around the entirety of the track. We're kind of just going to gloss around it. There's a few obstacles around the place you've got to watch out for. There are a couple of places you can get stuck because of the obstacles. A lot of split routes you can take. Plenty of ladders. Plenty of bowls. Loads of places to gain and lose time. And quite a long race. And we're not just doing 1 lap, we're doing 2. So this is going to be a longer race than we usually do. We load everyone in. We're going to have Demon starting at the front. Cheese starting at the back. Following that last chaotic race. 3 places where you can fall off, as Iceman says in the chat. So you're going to have to watch out for those. But let's get this race going. So into the first corner, everyone piling up and Demon getting the worst turn there. Almost flipping the grid with Cheese now leading and Demon now at the back. So 3 places to look out for. The funnel after the first ladder, right after the blue funnel, and at the end of the tree log. Demon might actually have a good line here for the bowl though. But he's going to get picked up by Super Boss just to ruin that, and Iceman's going to push Demon out even wider. So ruining Demon's good line there. So going to the drop down, Iceman gets a good line, and Iceman is going to be leading on the first lap of their own track. Super Boss in second. Now of course Iceman, as I said at the start, is going to be wanting to try and get a win here for a chance of guaranteeing a win in the season. Getting through the first main set of obstacles. Cheese and Jimmy with a good exit line there. Cheese is going to block Jimmy, but Iceman's already breaking away in the lead. Everyone else still very close together. Pile up through the obstacles of fruit and veg. And into the ladder. Iceman will be leading. Cheese in second. Jimmy in third. Boyamani and Azur following. Then we have Demon, Superboss, and Pesky Bird. So into the bowl. Good slowdown there by Mani and Azur, sort of using Boer as a bumper. And Demon's off. Demon is off on the bowl. So there's going to have to be Fs in the chat for Demon, the first DNF of the race. But great play here by Boer, Mani and Azur, using each other to slow down and get an incredible line into the bowl. Mani and Boer battling out means Azur's going to make a bit of a breakaway into the lead. So Azur's going to be leading, Mani in second, Boer in third, Iceman in fourth, Cheese in fifth. And then further back we have Jimmy, Superboss and Pesky Bird. Iceman and Boer really battling out. I think we just saw Jimmy take a fall there from the top layer down to the bottom. And I think that's actually going to be costly if there are checkpoints around this section. It will be invisible. Iceman, never seen that, or what do you expect? It's the UMR races. Yeah, as you can see Jimmy dropping positions. There are checkpoints through this section, so that unfortunately is not beneficial for Jimmy. And it's going to be costly, and that could be costly in the season as well, as Jimmy's going to drop to 8th and will likely stay there. So that's just as good as falling off at this point with a track this long. Always finding new ways to break the tracks. Shortcuts not allowed. So I think there might have to be a F in the chat for Jimmy as well. Although they are still on the track. Like I say, with a track this long, they may as well have fallen off. Boy, with a great exit. No Fs. No Fs for that one. Trying to shortcut. No sympathy for the shortcut attempt. And Marnie's going to go up into the lead with a good run through the bowl. Iceman's going to block Azur, meaning Iceman's going to drop through in front of them. We're in second, Iceman in third, Azur in fourth, Cheese in fifth. Oh, Cheese has managed to get stuck. I bet that one's a surprise to Iceman as well. Cheese has found a way to get stuck in the wall here, a little gap in the wall. Cheese manages to find it, and that one would definitely be F's in the chat for Cheese. as they will remain stuck there for the rest of the race. And that does mean Jimmy gains a position. Another thing you haven't seen before. To tell you, these races, if you want to really test your track, enter them into a UMR series and you'll see what happens. Really push the limits. What's up with the races on this channel? Yep, always expect the unexpected here. We're calling it cheese will come back and say something along the lines of, why does this always happen when I'm not watching? A good chance. Cheese is gonna return, tab back over and be asking what's going on? Where am I? And yeah, unfortunately found a way to get stuck in the wall, little gap in the wall. To multiple laps. 60 mile wasn't it? Yeah, well, I also do multiple tests. I test before every season, and a lot of the time they run a lot smoother than the race itself. So currently, Marnie is leading. I was just having a read of the chat there. Boyer's in second, Iceman in third with Azure not far behind. Then we've got Peskybird and Superboss following. Azure giving an Iceman a push there. I think they were looking to try and make a lunge, but Iceman was just in the way. Peskybird's going to get past Superboss towards the ladder, but we'll see if the entrance is good. Does beat Superboss onto the ladder. Azure and Iceman are going to be side by side on the big chunky ladder. Loads of space to get on. So Marnie leading. Not an ideal situation for Iceman. This will put more pressure on the final race if the standings stay this way on this race. Through the nails without getting stuck. Iceman and Azure battling it out. Azure going for the lunge, gets in front of Iceman. Through the next set of nails, Iceman's got the inside line. Closes Azure down. And will stay in front. And then Azure gets a better exit on the next set of nails. Boyer's chasing Marnie down. And Peskybird breaking away from Superboss. So we're heading on to lap 2. Was there a slight clip there between Marnie and Iceman? It looked close. I think there might have been a small bit of contact. Marnie will of course have the fastest lap leading the first lap. But we'll see if anyone could take that on lap 2. So Marnie drops down and is on the move. Azure dropping down not far behind Boer. We have Iceman following. And then Peskybird, and then it will be Superboss. Azure with a lot of speed into the obstacles there. Iceman with a good exit. closing that gap on Azur. It's going to be following the same line. Going towards the ladder. They'll be on side by side. So Iceman and Azur side by side on the ladder. Pescabird trying to close the gap. Making some time. Superboss starting to trail a bit. Into the bowl. Boer's got a very straight line. Azur's overcooked it. Overshooting it with too much speed. Iceman with great time through there is going to be battling out with Marnie. Not a great run through the split section, but we'll be side by side. Now in second. But there will be Fs in the chat for Azur. Just too much speed into the bowl. Going over the edge, and we'll be DNFing as we see Superboss coming around now. But up at the front, Marnie and Iceman battling out now. And Boer's still within reach of the first place. Iceman gets an outside line getting around Marnie. I will also be interested on what the situation between Superboss and Jimmy will be in the points. Superboss currently in 4th, if I am remembering correctly, and Jimmy in 2nd. Obviously, it's quite big in terms of points here for the top 4 with a close battle going on. With Jimmy now out, Superboss could be looking at trying to grab some big points here, along with Marnie trying to push up and trying to push Jimmy out of the top 3. And Jimmy's actually managed to get stuck as well. Going to get freed by their teammate, even though it's not really going to matter too much. If you win with the current standings, you actually win the championship already. If you're in front of Marnie. Interesting. So Iceman's going to want to try and beat Marnie on this race. Pescabird with a great line there is actually going to go in front of Iceman. So not really what Iceman's looking for. Superboss has an 18-point deficit to Jimmy. And 8 to Marnie. So Superboss is going to want to try and pick up a decent finishing position here. I have a feeling it's going to be quite close going into the final race. Pescabird and Iceman side by side. Jeez, I'll say that's where I am. I left for lunch. Yeah, we called it. Cheese would come back and realised that they've managed to get stuck. Should not have, clearly. Yeah, honestly, Cheese, every time you leave, something seems to happen to to your marble. And you come back and it's a bit of a disaster. Yeah, every time. I think without the support, it just gives up. So with Jimmy being between Marnie and Iceman, this could cause a bit of a block. Now Iceman won't want to get blocked by their own teammate. And Iceman having trouble on the ladder there. Pescabird's going to get on quite clean. It's just behind Iceman. And Boer currently in 4th. Just really nice man's chat there. Yeah, I think the last time we had the guests involved, that was the launch, the Marble World launch tournament, where we did something like 5 races, and I had a different guest on for each, and then everyone on for that final race. which is quite interesting. But that was more of a situation for the launch one. I'm not sure whether I'll do it for this one, but maybe I'll do that again for a future one. Seeing as you enjoyed it. So Marnie leading, Pescybird second, Iceman third. Pescybird, I've experienced commentating. Yeah, maybe we'll look into it for a future one again. Do a special series again at some point. And speaking of the Marble GPs, seeing as we're on it, that was one of the series ideas I also had, along with the Marble Kart one, the Mario Kart type one, was to do a series of all, if not a large portion. Oh, hold that a minute. Marnie's got stuck in the final section. The final section. Peskybird's going to give them a nudge free, though. Not going to let Iceman claim that position back. But Peskybird's going to move up to first. I'll carry on my sentence after this, but Peskybird is now going to be leading, coming around the final corner. Iceman's just behind Marnie, but Peskybird crossing the line in first. And Marnie's just going to stay ahead of Iceman, meaning Marnie finishes second. Peskybird taking the fastest lap. Iceman in third. Bird's going to come across in fourth. And we'll have Superboss finishing in fifth. Yeah, quite a steal there, and almost a horrific end for Marnie, but Peskybird just saving the day for them, keeping them in the battle. But as I was saying, yeah, I was thinking about maybe doing a series as well of all, if not most of the Marble GPs, because I know there is a lot of them. I see the hydrate. I actually just picked up my drink as well because my voice is drying out. Yeah, and doing a series on those, and maybe we'll have Iceman join us in the commentary box as well. Yeah, that would have been season over if Marnie was out there. But does that mean that Iceman isn't secure, is not 100% secure in that first place going to the final race? Oh, the GPs would be funny. Partial number 145. Wow, okay, yeah, maybe not all of them then. That is quite a lot. Maybe the top so many. I'm looking at extending this series in season 4 to around 30 races. Maybe like 32. You're watching out for me, geez. Yeah, thanks for that. My voice is definitely going after 2 races. More F1 tracks. Yeah, it would be interesting to see more real life tracks as well. Maybe we could do a series on that as well. Get the best of the real life race tracks and put them together. Loads of potential ideas for series we could do. The last few corners were sweaty. They were quite intense. So there we go. We've had 4 DNFs, and our race winner has decided to get stuck after finishing the race. But congratulations, claps in the chat for Peskybird taking the win and the fastest lap on Marble GP India. All the GPs of the countries participating. That could actually be a good idea for it. So we have all the ones of people participating, then maybe throw in like the top few that Iceman thinks are the best of their creations. There we go. Peskybird takes the win. Marnie second, Iceman third, Boer fourth, Superboss fifth, and then DNFs below. So I'm going to put these results over into the leaderboard, and I'll be back with the updated standings, and we'll see how things are looking going into the final race. So I'll be back in just a minute with those. Alright, the results have been entered, so let's head over to the standings. So going into our final race, Iceman is leading with 527 points. Marnie is in second with 510. Jimmy is in third with 509. Just a 1 point difference between second and third right now. And as Iceman saying, top 3 can still win. So it's going to be interesting in the final race. Superboss in fourth with 494. Not far behind Jimmy. Pesky Bird in fifth with 475. Cheese in sixth with 474. Azure in seventh with 471. Boyer in eighth with 461. And Demon in ninth with 447. See Iceman coming in with the updates. Top 3 can still win. Only Superboss can still get into the top 3. 5 to 9th are out of the contest for the top 3 positions. So all eyes will be on the top 4 going into the final race. See if we have any major upsets. It'll be quite the battle going into it. Iceman is at least secured the top 3 then. I'm assuming. With them points. But we'll see if Superboss can knock anyone out of the top 3 position. And we'll see if Marnie or Jimmy can take that top spot from Iceman. So it's going to be quite an exciting race. And of course it's Red Rings, our usual final race of the season. Always a lot of fun, a lot of shortcuts, a lot of drama. And always a chance for a few DNFs as well. As Iceman says, secured for top 2. So pretty confident going into that final race. We're looking forward to tomorrow's race. Love to hear it. Hopefully as many people as possible can attend it and watch for the finale. I'm sure it's going to be quite an exciting race. They can both catch me, but only one of them, because beating in the last race wouldn't be enough. Cheese personally can't wait. The last race right now. No, everyone's going to have to wait until tomorrow. Thank you for the double juicy. No worries. I'm glad everyone could stay for all of this. Quite a bit of a longer stream than usual with the 2 races back to back. But quite good. Definitely some exciting races. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Much fun watching your races. Thanks, Mr. Egg. Especially the ending of Scream Speedway. Yeah, quite the dramatic end. But yeah, of course, I always appreciate all of you. Of course, you had a new follower today. I know I kind of skipped over it slightly mid-race. But I appreciate everyone that follows, everyone that watches, either on Twitch or on YouTube. So again, yeah, thank you for the follow as well during this stream. It is much appreciated. We're looking to grow all of this again and get the races bigger and better going forward. Bigger prizes, more competitors. Again, you can head over to the Discord to sign up. Watch live on Twitch. Thank you very much for yet another wonderful stream. Have a good night. See you tomorrow in the season finale. Yeah, so everyone have a good night, good day, good evening, good morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. And yes, tomorrow at 7 PM British time, which we're currently in BST, is the final race of the season. So look forward to it. Look forward to it. But that is going to do it for this race and this stream. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.